Hello comrades, welcome to another episode of Elder Scrolls Redguard Adventures. So if you saw the last episodes, you've known that we just come from the Isle of Nagast and got the amulet we've been requested to gather from the necromancer there. Now we need to go back to town and find the palace where we can give the amulet to the Governor of Britain and hopefully get some answers about our sister from him. But first, let's just do a little bit of exploring. Let's see what this chap's about.
Well, what are we doing out so far from town?
Okay, doesn't seem to be the most friendliest.
What? That hurt, Lambkin.
And there we go. Let's keep exploring, see if we can find anything else useful. Looks like there's a little traveller camp here or something.
Go away! Leave her alone!
Okay. Apparently we shouldn't talk to the lady.
For something?
Hello.
What do you want?
I wonder if you know my sister.
Why would I know your sister? Why don't you just go back to the city where you belong?
Have you ever heard of the Restless League?
Why would I tell you if I had? I don't need them. I'll fight the Empire all by myself if I have to.
You sure do seem to hate the Empire.
They killed my brother, and I'm gonna make them pay.
Who killed your brother? Imperial soldiers?
What do you care anyway? I don't need your help.
Okay, doesn't look like this guy wants to talk to us. Let's see what he says about Mother before we
Is that your
leave.
mother over there? Is she alright?
Go away! Leave her alone. We don't need your help. I can take care of her just fine. Leave us alone!
Okay.
Sorry, but I've got to go. Perhaps later we can talk.
Maybe. Maybe not.
Maybe we can find someone or something to help us talk to this guy when he's in a better mood.
It's locked. Don't suppose you know what's going on.
Don't think the cows much, or the bulls much help either. Let's keep exploring, see if we can find anything else. Looks like we found some Imperial Guards.
Cross with me, Redguard. Must put it down.
Doesn't seem too friendly either.
Too slow. You too quick. You're open. I'll spill yours yet. Step it up, Rebel. A sharp, you're quite resourceful. Ah! Blood with it.
Okay, that's one.
A potion of iron skin.
Looks like there's a few more up there. I'm guessing they're not going to be friendly either. So how about we use a few of our potions? Okay. Hopefully it'll be a bit readier for a fight.
There he is. Come on. Rebel, blood with it.
Okay,
Some
nice.
gold. This
That's
should
another
help.
one.
Cross, you won't escape. Come on. Rebel, no match. Too slow. Your style. Too slow. Too slow.
5 gold pieces.
Okay, not doing too bad. Getting a little bit of gold from these guys as well. See what else we can find around here.
It's one of the pirates. Put it down.
Looks like this guy's got more fancy armor. Wearing gold. I'm guessing he's the captain or the commander.
You're quite too quick. No, you're open. Take that. You're quite resourceful.
5 gold pieces.
Okay, I think we could just go one more over here.
Surrender, traitor. Surrender now.
Excellent.
Nice. Let's see what this giant door's about.
Those knockers are really something.
Okay, doesn't look like we can go through this way yet though.
Looks like it's locked from the inside.
Perhaps we'll come back to it later. Let's keep exploring for now, see if we can find anything else. Ooh. Don't think we want to fall down there. Okay, that looks like everything. Let's check out this stone floor thing. Looks like we can offer a particular item for it. Let's try the feather, see what happens. Here we go. Oh, turns us into a parrot, or a bird apparently.
Magnificent!
Okay, so that's what the feathers are used for in this game. It's a kind of way of fast travelling, I suppose, turn into a bird. How about we go back to the store and buy a few more goodies, eh?
Garrick, how are you?
Splendid, Cyrus. Splendid.
I've heard tell of a magical flask hidden somewhere on the island. Do you know anything about it?
The Flask of Lillandril, far famed in song and legend, from my own homeland of Somerset Isle, you know. And you must have heard of the mysterious map. Always a map.
I haven't been to Somerset Isle in years. Beautiful place, as I recall.
I should ask you for news then, Redguard. I last saw the Eternal Isle in my youth, long before you were born. I'm older than I look. Beautiful, yes, but static and snobbish. A shopkeeper like me is lower than dirt back home. Here, I'm a respected pillar of the community.
Okay, bit full on himself, calling him beautiful, but fair enough. Let's see if he knows any clues about the map pieces.
You know of a map to the flask?
Oh yes, according to legend, the ship carrying the flask and its owners was shipwrecked on Stros Mackay. That was all back thousands of years ago, before the Redguards ever came to Hammerfell, you understand. Perhaps a survivor hid the flask and made a map. Who knows? Trithks could tell you more, though.
Trithks, huh?
He used to be quite the flask hound. Why, I must have sold him 6 shovels over the years.
Sounds like Trithks knows quite a bit of the flask. I think we did talk to him earlier. Got a few clues from him.
I'm afraid I may have made his acquaintance. Large, loutish, unwashed.
Rollo. Yes, a rather unlikely fellow. Even if you don't mind the smell. But he'll tote a bale for a silver penny, and I can't even hire a mule for that.
Rollo works for you, then?
An exaggeration, to be honest. He's supposed to bring up my shipments from the harbor when they arrive. A simple task, you would think, but he's drunk or asleep half the time and doesn't hear the bell. Rollo! Rollo, no! Rain pan bono!
The Empire crushed the restless fleet?
I assume so. They haven't been seen around Stros Mackay for months. The League pretended to be patriotic rebels after the Crown's defeat, but a few encounters with Imperial warships quieted them down right quick.
The Mages Guild sells potions?
Yes, they now have an official monopoly on magic of any kind. Archmage Bo is took advantage of his access to the prince at the expense of us small businessmen. Remains to be seen what the new Imperial policy will be. Governor Rickton's too busy with his archaeological hobby to bother with a small matter like economic policy.
The governor is an archaeology buff?
He's crazy over anything Dwarven. The Dwarven ruins are full of soldiers looking for who knows what. Rickton better hope the Emperor never finds out how he's wasting his valuable troops.
Where are these dwarven ruins?
Down on the south end of the island. You won't get in, though. Rickton's men have sealed the gates.
Bell?
My old friend Favis rings the bell to signal the arrival of a ship, so the merchants know to come down to the harbor to trade. Rollo is supposed to listen for it, but I've had such trouble with him. But you don't need to listen to an old elf complain.
Sounds like that's everything Gerrick has to tell us. Let's buy a few things from him. We'll buy a torch.
A classic design, functional and long-lasting. For you, Cyrus, 20 each.
Okay.
I'll take it.
A pleasure doing business with you, Cyrus.
And let's buy another feather in case we need to fast travel again.
I need more feathers.
The beauty of the Canna bird doth intoxicate, I admit. 10 gold apiece.
I'll take it.
You won't regret it.
Okay. I think we'll stick with that for now.
Thanks for the time, Gerrick.
Perhaps we should explore this Mage's Guild, see if we can get a few potions from them.
He looks a little preoccupied.
Don't think we've talked to the snake charmer yet. Let's see if we can give him a donation or a tip.
Thank you, my boy. My name is Avik. How can I help you?
I'm looking for my sister Azara. Do you know her?
The name sounds familiar, son, but I'm afraid I can't help you. Not many young people have an ear for the snake songs anymore.
You play very well.
Thank you, my son. No one visits me since those Imperial devils murdered that Yokudan lad. That's right, Imperial devils, and I don't care who knows it.
Tell me about this murdered boy.
His name was Hale, poor lad. His family is still camped outside the city, waiting to finish his burial ritual. Yokudans were never well liked around here, but Governor Rickton went too far.
Where is the Yokudan camp?
I'm not sure. Outside of the city somewhere, watching over Hale's grave. His poor mother is beside herself with grief.
Okay, so it sounds like they're the people we met earlier, possibly. Wonder if we can help them in any way. See if we can get any more information first.
I'm not familiar with Yokudan religion. Do they have lengthy burial rituals?
It's more serious than that, I'm afraid. His mother, Saban, needs to counteract the soul snare that Nagasta has laid over the island.
You miss Hale, don't you?
Used to love to listen to me play. One of the few people around here who did. Appropriate, I suppose, for one born under the sign of the serpent.
The sign of the serpent? Part of Yokudan religion?
The star sign of his birth. Yokudans believe the stars guide your destiny from birth to death and beyond.
Okay, sounds interesting. If I remember correctly, we had something about star signs in one of the books in the bookshop. Perhaps we can have a look and see if there's anything useful in those.
Yes, unfortunately, the Yokudans have always been treated as outsiders all over Hammerfell.
A senseless prejudice. since their religion harks back to the earliest Redguard traditions. But our new governor has done much worse than simply overcharge them for flour.
What did the governor do to the Yokudans?
Murdered young Hale, then branded the rest of them traitors and ordered them to leave Strosmakai. Yokudans mixed up with Redguard politics, a preposterous notion.
Why do you say that?
You haven't spent much time in Hammerfell, have you, son?
No, I was born in Sentinel, but left Hammerfell when I was very young. I haven't been back in years.
I thought so. You picked up a bit of an accent. West High Rock, am I right? Well, as I was saying, the feeling against the Yokudans runs deeper than politics. Even in a civil war, neither side ever stooped to allow Yokudans to join their ranks. Even the Restless League was too good for them. But all that's over now. Redguard pride has made us all slaves of the Emperor.
Tell me what you know of this Restless League.
If I were as wise as my ears, I would hold my tongue and bid you good day. But you're no Imperial spy, and nothing like the League bully boys that came around after Hale's murder.
I ran into a couple of them myself on my way into town. Pleasant enough fellows, although they talk too much. What did they want with you?
They were asking questions about some woman. It was none of my concern, and I didn't want to give his poor mother any more trouble, so I told them nothing. Hey, now I remember why your sister's name sounded so familiar. She was the one they were looking for.
You imply there was something you could have told these leaguesmen. Mind telling me?
Well, Izara met Hale here, and they left together the day he died. At the time, I thought it was just a romantic rendezvous. Nothing to do with his murder. But then the League came sniffing around. I can't imagine what it's all about, but I saw no use in adding the League to the Yokudans' trouble.
Okay, so it sounds like our sister Zara met a new Hale before his death. Luckily, our new friend here didn't say anything to the Restless League. Let's see what else we can find out.
His mother is understandably upset at her son's death.
Yes, but it's not just that. Saban has not yet completed the burial ritual, although the lad has been in the ground for weeks.
Soul snare. What do you mean?
Now that the prince is dead, that foul worm has woven a magical snare across Strosmakai to feed his hunger for souls. Unless you are buried in consecrated ground, your soul will go straight to Nagasta if you die. This is why Saban still fears for her murdered son.
Tell me more of Nagasta.
While Prince Ator was alive, a name to frighten children. Little more. But our new Imperial Master has allowed the necromancer's dread power to spread unchecked until his soul snare threatens us all.
Why did Prince Ator allow Nagasta to stay in Strosmakai?
I don't know. Ator's father, Fasad, first allowed Nagasta to occupy the old wizard's tower, but back then he seemed harmless enough. The Mage's Guild complained of unsanctioned research, but they had little influence with old Fasad. The Civil War kept Ator occupied until his untimely death.
You seem to know a lot about the Mage's Guild.
Yes. In fact, I am a member, although you wouldn't think it to look at me, would you? I'm retired now, but my friend Johto kept me up to date on guild politics. Until he was arrested by those Imperial devils, that is.
Why was your friend Johto arrested?
Do they need a reason? One day soldiers came for him, and he's been rotting in jail ever since.
The jail, where's that?
Up near the palace. They won't let anyone in to see the prisoners I've already tried. I guess I should be grateful they didn't just kill him, eh? Murdering devils.
Does the Mages Guild have much influence in Strosmakai?
No more. Archmage Voa was a crown, Hathor's right hand, but both perished in the Battle of Strosmakai. Jaganvir is an unworthy successor to the Archmage's chair, if you ask me.
Archmage Voa was loyal to the prince then.
The prince's chief advisor. But his replacement, Jaganvir, is a disgrace to Hathor's memory.
Jaganvir is the new Archmage?
Yes, a spineless toad of a man, a perfect lackey to the governor's every whim. Still, a mage of formidable power, whatever his personal failings.
How has Strosmakai fared under Imperial rule?
Things have gone to pot, and I don't care who knows it. Murder in the streets? Where will it end? Tell me that. Where will it end?
Okay, I think that's everything our new friend has
Thanks,
to say.
Avik.
Let's keep exploring. We'll probably start with the temple. So if I remember correctly, we might be able to get healed there.
Can you heal me, Brother Niddle?
Please forgive the formalities, but the governor has levied a temple tax of 25 gold for any magical services rendered, healing or otherwise. Will you pay the tax?
Fine. Why the temple tax?
Just another of Richten's rules, my boy, along with several other solutions to the burden of empire.
Doesn't have anything new to say us, but at least we were able to get our full health back, even if it did cost us a bit of gold. Let's go to the bookstore next and see if we can find any clues about the star systems for that grave site.
It says here that the stars of Tamriel are divided into 13 constellations. 3 of them are the major constellations, the Guardians, which protect the minor ones, their charges from the 13th constellation, which is the Serpent. Each Guardian has 3 charges apiece, and are only on guard during their particular season. The current season is presided over by the Warrior.
Okay, so yeah, as we remembered, looks like that book mentioned the Serpent. So how about we buy it and see if it helps the family out in any way.
Sky above and sand below.
And water within. You speak the Targa like a desert walker, Cyrus. But there is no need for such formality.
What do you think about Folk's firmament?
Less ambitious than Yunkarl's published studies, and less concerned with comparative astrology, though a decidedly human take on the stars of Tamriel. Folk's firmament is not without its own little virtues. Jafar can part with it then for 36 gold.
Okay, quite pricey,
I'll
but
take it.
hopefully we make use of it.
Choice.
Peace, Desert Walker. I must go.
Okay, let's head back and explore this Mage's Guild we've heard so much about. Okay, let's talk to this lady over here first.
Okay.
Hello.
Hello, stranger. Welcome to the Mages Guild of Strosmakai, fully chartered since 638 CE. I'm the resident shopkeeper hereabouts. Feel free to look around, but remember, everything is guild property. If there's anything you'd like to buy, just let me know.
I'm looking for a young woman named Azara.
The name is not familiar, sir. Might she have been a member of the guild?
I doubt it, but she may have been.
My apprenticeship here has lasted several years, and I haven't met any member named Azara yet, but who knows? Many members of the upper cabal are of the secretive sort.
How old is the Mage's Guild?
This one? Or the institution itself? This one is fairly new, 200 years and a fourth more. Modern magics came late to Hammerfell.
Redguards have strong traditions.
But even they took finally to the notion of a more controlled and conscious auspice for magic. The Mages Guild was a reaction to that mass edgery of old when magic was wild and unbalanced.
How very modern for an elf.
When you're a student, you embrace the institutional line if you want to graduate.
Okay. I personally wouldn't say that's quite young. 200 years is quite old to me, but what do I know? Let's see what she learnt in her apprenticeship.
How long do you have to be an apprentice, Ms.
Falicia, and it's been way too long. I think the guild has a prejudice against elves based on the fact that we live so long, and have the potential of reaching heights no human wizard could ever dream for, unless he goes the rotting way, which so many do. But I guess I'm just being bitter. One day I'll make Archmage, and maybe none too soon, considering there's an opening now.
Who is the Archmage?
Human named Jagenveer, a real hard case. Doesn't really have enough secrets to be Archmage, but the last one was killed at the Battle of Strosmakai, so there was a vacuum to fill.
What happened to the last Archmage?
Oh, his Redguard blood got the better of him. He died in the Battle of Strosmakai, fighting alongside the prince.
The Mages Guild helped the Crowns in the battle?
Not the Mages Guild, just former Archmage Voa. He was a nationalist as well as a guild member and couldn't help himself. Got killed for mundane politics.
Do you think Jagenveer knows anything about Azara?
Wouldn't tell you if he did. He doesn't talk to mundanes, and he's too busy studying for the battle spire to be seen lately.
What's the Battle Spire?
A war college set up by the Empire to test its battle mages. An elite mages guild, really. Archmage Jagenveer's got his sights on the battle spire recently, though why anybody would want to hang out with those losers is beyond me.
It's quite interesting. Battle Spire is actually another Elder Scrolls games, which I'm hoping to play in the future. So it'll be interesting to see that firsthand. But for now, we'll keep asking other questions. Let's see what she thinks about the Restless League and the island.
Do you know anything about the Restless League?
I'm afraid not. The Mages Guild tries to stay out of the lesser politics.
What kind of town is Strosmakai?
I'm too busy studying to pay it much mind. Plus, with the Empire here, the streets feel kind of dangerous.
So you never leave the guild?
If you want to know the truth, wide open spaces kind of make me nervous. Many wood elves are like that, you know.
They miss the canopy of the Valenwood trees.
Our second sky, the middle green. Let's just say I don't wander around in Strosmakai enough to know that much about it.
Maybe I could speak to somebody in the upper cabal.
Sure, you'll be right after me. As soon as you get 10 years of apprenticeship under your belt and can cast an alter reality spell. The new Archmage Jagenveer, he doesn't talk to nobody. And we make everybody else in the guild do likewise, except for me, since I run the shop.
Has the Empire interfered with the Mages Guild yet?
Of that I am not at liberty to say. I shall say, Archmage Jagenveer is trying to stay on their good side. He's got his greedy eyes on the battle spire.
I've heard one of your members got into some trouble with the governor.
I'm not supposed to talk about that.
I've heard that an ancient artifact, the Flask of Lillandril, was lost on this island long ago. You know the piece I'm talking about?
You're not the first to ask. Everybody seems to think the Mages Guild has access to all the land's magic. Sorry to say, the flask has not turned up for centuries. Lost on this island long ago by the elven founders of the flask who were shipwrecked here. They fled Somerset Isle with the flask, hoping to buy sanctuary from the Clandarini in High Rock, but the seas only brought them this far. Some say there's a map to it.
What about this map to the flask?
Well, nobody has seen it. The stories say it was torn into 4 pieces. One of the pieces was even said to have been inscribed on the bottom of a silver box shaped like a ship.
Looks like we've got another clue about the flask map pieces. One being underneath a silver ship model. We'll see if anyone knows anything about that around town. Perhaps at the silver shop. Let's buy a few items before we leave.
What's for sale?
Magical potions of all sorts.
What potions do you have?
Healing potions, strength potions, and potions of iron skin.
I'll take a healing potion.
Okay, that'll be 25 gold.
Thanks. How about a strength potion?
Right here, 25 gold pieces.
Thanks. I'm gonna need a potion of iron skin.
Sure, 25 gold, please.
Thanks.
Okay, simple enough. Looks like all their potions are 25 gold. Let's stock up on healing mainly.
I'll take a healing potion.
Doesn't look like you have the gold. Perhaps later.
Looks like we've spent all our gold, and we've passed all our questions, so let's keep exploring.
Thanks for your help.
The name's Falicia. I'll be here.
Thanks, Falicia.
Thanks yourself.
Volumes on the art of magic. I would never have the patience. A piece of amber. Sure smells like orc's blood. This horn looks to be from a unicorn. Huh. What's a wizard without a crystal ball? A dried out sack from a pig. Volumes on the art of magic. I would never have the patience. It's a small purple salamander. Text on poster says here that orc's blood mixed with pig blood provides great strength.
Okay, so we've got another recipe for the potion. Perhaps we can use these items later on when we get more ingredients. For now, let's talk to Avik here.
Excuse me, are you the Archmage?
Leave me, please. I have much to do.
Can I have a moment?
Are you slow, boy? Be gone.
Okay, not the most friendliest person. Let's see what else we can find around here. Okay, looks like some kind of interesting pool.
The future. The past. Old friends long gone.
That's interesting. Looks like we've got a few visions from that. Don't know if that's going to be helpful in the future. Sure, we'll find out eventually. Doesn't look like we can jump over this railing, unfortunately. Oh, maybe.
Please! This is not an athletic field!
I think I've annoyed the locals. Let's see what this poster says. Keep out until further notice and by order of the provisional governor of Stros Makai, Lord Admiral Rickton. No one may enter this area. Okay. Of course, we're just gonna ignore that.
It's empty. Somebody's really been through this place.
Okay. Doesn't look like anything useful. Obviously damaged bottles by the looks of it. How about we go back to the Cartographer, see if he's finished our map.
Well?
Maiko, is my map ready yet?
Yes, here it is. Well, whoever made these notes was obviously a trained cartographer, probably of Mandry's school, judging from the transverse error correction measurements. May this map serve you well, young sir.
Okay, that's good. Looks like we've got another map piece of the Flask hunt. Okay. How about we try and find another piece of the map from Crendal here.
D is for the lumps upon their tongues.
I have some info that may concern you, Crendal. I heard some boys talking that they had found your hidden map piece.
That's impossible. They're just talking. Jealous of Crendal, they are. They couldn't know where it is.
No, I'm not so sure of that. I overheard them say it had 2 numbers on it, an X and long tree. Didn't mean much to me, but I'd check your hiding spot about it.
What? What? I mean, what? Damn, another lie. Now go away, Cyrus.
Okay, so it looks like we've tricked Crendal. I wonder if he'll take our advice and check the secret spot of his whilst waiting for him to move. Let's turn this wheel, see what happens. Okay, looks like it's got some water. Don't think we can do anything with it for now, so let's just keep following Crendal. He sure does move quite slowly. Okay. How about we go on the Silversmiths real quick whilst we're waiting?
Cassandra, hello.
Cyrus, what do you need?
I think I know why those soldiers were searching your house. The governor may think you have part of a map showing the location of the Flask of Lillandril.
Why would he think that? I'd never even heard of this flask before I came here.
I've learned that one piece of the map is engraved on a silver ship. Sound familiar?
No, but I inherited a load of junk when I bought this shop. I put it all in my storeroom next to my house, but I haven't had time to look through it. Here, take the key. If you find this ship, keep it. It's only bringing me trouble.
Okay, that's good. Looks like we've got the key for storage.
Excuse me. Perhaps we can speak later.
And perhaps we found the reason why those Imperial Guards were snooping around her house. Let's check it out now. Let's just quickly try and find Crendal again. There he is. Looks like he's heading towards the park, I think. So we'll check on him quickly, a little bit. Let's just quickly search this warehouse first. Also, we need to get the key out first. There we go.
Nothing.
Let's see if we can up over here. Anything interesting hiding in the corner? Another chest.
What's this?
And there we go. Silver ship. Nice. It looks like it's got some kind of coordinates. Start on the back, on the bottom. Very useful. Now we just need to find the 2 other pieces. Okay, let's head back to Crendal. See whereabouts he is now. So last we saw he was at the park.
One moment.
Sorry, man. Imperials everywhere. I don't talk with strangers.
Looks like he just picked something up from the ground. So let's wait for him to leave and then check it out. Got a trusty shovel here. Might come in handy.
Excellent. What's this?
Looks like we found something. Pouch.
A leather pouch. And here's Trithks' map piece inside.
So from the pouch we got Trithks' map piece. So that's the 3rd one now. We just need to find one more. But before we do that, let's talk to the other people. Now we've got the amulet, let's see if we can go back to our employer. See if he'll give us any more gold. Or if we have to drop it at the palace first. Let's find out.
Hanging around here. Cyrus!
Katara, hello.
Cyrus, you were supposed to be delivering that amulet. We had a deal.
Okay, doesn't look like there's anything to add right now. So we'll come back to him after the palace. Just before we do that though, let's go back to the family outside the walls. Now we bought that new book, see if we can help them out perhaps. And here we go. See if they've got any new dialogue.
Well, speak up, stranger.
Hello.
Oh, it's you again.
I've heard about your brother being killed by the soldiers. I'm sorry.
Thanks.
Care to talk about it?
It's just hard. Trying to take care of my mother with Hale being killed and we're not allowed in the city, and everyone else leaving. And now it's just the 2 of us. And I don't know what we're going to do. I'm Coil, by the way.
I'm Cyrus. Again, I'm sorry about your troubles. Do you know anything about the rest of you?
Sure. They're the greatest Redguards in them all. They'll never surrender to the Empire. They even blew up the governor's ship, right in the harbor. Do you know how I can find them?
Afraid not. I was hoping you could tell me.
No. Hale said they'd never let a Yokudan join. But why not? I figure they need all the men they can get now. And I'm a pretty good swordsman myself, you know.
Coil, do you know my sister Izara?
She was your sister? My mother blames Izara for getting Hale killed, but I know your sister did her best to save him. She fought off 10 soldiers, all by herself. I'm going to join the League and fight the Empire, as soon as my mother's safe.
What is your mother doing? Is she all right?
Please, don't disturb her, Cyrus. If she doesn't keep up the Song of Passage, Hale's soul will go to the necromancer.
Are you and your mother the only Yokudans on the island?
We're all that's left. The day after we buried Hale, the governor banned all Yokudans from the city, called us all traitors. So everyone else took passage to the mainland, except we couldn't leave on account of the necromancer trying to steal Hale's soul.
Avik told me that he saw Izara and Hale together on the day he was killed.
Avik, the Snake Man. Hale liked him. He was always nice to us. She brought Hale into camp that day, all bleeding, but I'd never seen her before. She tried to explain what happened, but Mother wouldn't listen, just screamed at her and told her never to come back.
So you don't know why she was with your brother?
She said she needed my mother's help, but Mother was too upset. I guess the soldiers attacked them on the way here, but I don't know why. Hale was never in trouble with anyone before.
Could Hale have been a member of the League?
No. He used to laugh at me when I said I wanted to join. Said I didn't understand the way the world worked yet. I was too young. But I'll be 17 in 3 months.
Do you know how to contact the Restless League?
Well, no. But I'll find out.
Why would the necromancer want to steal Hale's soul?
Well, not his soul specifically. The whole island is trapped in his evil soul snare. That's what Mother said. Anyone who dies without the proper ritual, their soul goes into his tower, and he adds them to his army of undead.
I'm surprised your mother is able to protect Hale from such a powerful necromancer.
You shouldn't be. My mother is a powerful witch, the witch mother of our whole tribe. If Hale hadn't been born under the sign of the serpent, she could have passed his soul through the necromancer's web easily.
Where is this necromancer's tower?
Cyrus, you don't want to go there. The necromancer kills anyone who trespasses in his tower and steals their soul.
I'm surprised the whole island isn't crawling with the living dead with all the fighting that's gone on here.
Well, the city folk have their temple to save them from the necromancer's snare, but we don't believe that way. Mother needs to set the Starstones to show Hale the proper way to the other side, but she hasn't been able to foretell the Serpent's Passage this season.
Are those the Starstones over there?
That's right, Cyrus. Normally it would be simple, but Hale was born under the sign of the Serpent, and the Serpent's path can't be predicted.
This serpent, one of the constellations?
Yes. The other 12 follow the circles of heaven, guardians and charges, but the Serpent respects no master. It moves across the heavens, threatening the other constellations in its path. The only way to guide Hale's soul through the necromancer's snare is to place the Starstones in the position of the Serpent's head and tail. But there's no way to predict the Serpent's path.
I never paid much attention in astronomy class. Guardians and charges?
Gosh, Cyrus, everyone knows the 3 guardians each protect 3 charges in their own circle of heaven. Didn't you learn the rhyme? Strong warrior charges, wise mage orders, clever thief watches.
That does sound familiar. Sing me the verse about the warrior.
Strong warrior charges, steed prancing, lady dancing, lord advancing through the night.
What's the whole verse about the mage?
Wise mage orders, apprentice learning, ritual turning, golem burning through the night.
How did the verse about the thief go again?
Clever thief watches, lover sighing, shadow lying, tower defying through the night.
So Hale's soul has not yet left this world for the next.
No, Mother's song keeps it safe here until she can figure out the proper placement of the Starstones. If she stops with the stones placed incorrectly, Hale's soul will be taken by the necromancer's snare.
If there's no way of predicting the serpent's path, how can your mother ever complete the ritual?
I don't know. I want to help, but I don't know anything about the stars. All Mother can do is continue the Song of Passage to keep Hale's soul from straying. Cyrus, can you help us?
I don't know if we can, but can try.
I wish I could, son. But I don't know anything about stars or souls. I'm sorry.
I understand. You have your own problems. Don't worry, we'll be fine.
I'll do what I can, Coil. Don't worry. You can count on me.
Thanks, Cyrus. Please hurry. I don't know how much longer my mother can keep up the song.
Okay, that's everything he has to
Sorry,
say.
but I've got to go. Perhaps later we can talk.
I'd like to help if I can.
So let's see what happens once we give the book to Coil.
Hello, Coil.
Have you figured out how to set my brother's soul free?
Sorry, but I've got to go. Perhaps later we can talk.
I'd like to
Okay.
help if I can.
Doesn't seem like he'll make much use of it.
I can't use this by itself.
Let's see if we can use it with the stones here.
Cyrus, are you sure you know what you're doing?
No, I'm not really sure.
Please, Cyrus. If she stops with the stones placed incorrectly, Hale's soul will be taken by the necromancer's snare.
You're right. I'd better leave these alone. Probably need to find something to use it with.
Cyrus, are you sure you know what you're doing?
No.
Please don't disturb her, Cyrus.
Okay, so it doesn't look like we can use the book yet. No matter, perhaps we can come back to it another time. But yeah, that'll be everything for this episode. I hope you all enjoyed. It took a little bit longer for me to make than I thought it would be, so we'll cut it here. But yeah, nevertheless, I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you in the next one.